So, how would our theorists view this issue of immigration and citizenship? Functionalists would consider the importance of immigrants in providing low-wage and unskilled workers, and that these workers help the labor force to be efficient, and that citizenship defines who we are and creates solidarity among a nation's people. Citizenship creates a place in society for people. Conflict theorists would see how immigrants are exploited for their labor, and that restrictions on their immigration and criminalization of undocumented workers is exploiting them. This exploitation is evidenced by the lack of protection from unfair employment practices and denial of civil rights. Workers are exploited, and then the American public benefits from this exploitation. Further, conflict theorists would see how the media and politicians use immigrants as scapegoats and blame them for social problems that are not their fault. Conflict theorists would see how citizenship is controlled by a dominant group of people, and that this dominant group exploits those immigrants that are seeking to come to this country and build their own wealth. Critical race theorists would consider how the conversations and policies focus on controlling and restraining immigration, when it should focus on how policies create inequality and exclusion of these groups. Citizens who are non-white are still seen as the other. The policies surrounding citizenship centered on favoring white immigrants over others. What can we learn from the history of immigration policy? First, policy changes depending on the needs, the concerns, and the general public sentiment about certain classes of immigrants. Doors are sometimes open and sometimes closed. Some groups at specific times may be favored while others are disfavored. Sometimes the doors are shut tight, and other times the door is wide open. And then again, sometimes the door might just be cracked open just a little bit to let a few people in. It all depends on the mood and the sentiment about immigrants at any given point in time. Currently, there are strong fears about many different groups. The door is not only shut, but some Americans want to put up physical barriers, as in build a wall. It's easy to be fearful and much harder to be thoughtful and insightful about the history of immigration in this country and the benefits that it provides to all United States citizens.